Namaskar. How are you? Good. So today we will be discussing about and learning about some of the prominent gurus that Bharatanatyam has. As you understand very well that Bharatanatyam itself is an ocean as an art form, dance, and so many teachers, gurus, and as Sangeet Ratnakar says, Shikshak have contributed their might in the development and growth of this art. If we study a few, you will reflect, go back, and you will find out many more of so much of competence. Also, you will be inspired by people who have genuinely devoted their lives to this dance style. So, this has been like from 1900 onwards, it is an important period in development of a dance style. As most arts proponents came center stage as dance had moved from the village to the big city and from stage to even films. The dancers who had learned from traditional masters started reaching and teaching, thus a whole new spin-off in fortune and fame of Bharatanatyam came about. These were the first generation star dancers and also later star gurus, as they taught or inspired many, and thus the art of Bharatanatyam has become an household name. Let's look at Guru Shri K.N. Dandayuddhapani Pillai. He was born in 1921 and he passed away in 1974. Comparatively a short life. He came from a highly acclaimed traditional family of musicians from Tanjavur. His parents were Natesha Pillai and Subbamma. He started his initial training in music from his father at the age of 7. From his grandfather Ramakrishna Pillai, he learned the nuances of dance, for which he had natural talent and ability. He worked as a dance instructor in Kalakshetra under Rukmini Devi and also on the research aspects of Bharatanatyam. He was particularly renowned for the production of dance dramas. Some of the popular ones are Chitrambala Kuravanji, also published as book, then Krishna Tulabharam, Shilapadikaram, Sri Andal for Vaijantimala Bali and her group, Shivagami in Sabatham for Chandrakanta and the troupe, Padmavati Srinivas Kalyanam for Raj Sulochana and troupe, Kaveri Thanda Kalaik Chalvi for Jayalalitha and her troupe, Kumbesara Kuravanji. He also choreographed dance sequences for several films which won him name and fame. Particularly praiseworthy was the Hollywood film The River, in which he composed music, rendered the song himself and choreographed the dance. In 1971, he was the first Bharatanatyam guru to receive the title of Padma Shri from the President of India. He started Natya Kalalayam and served as its director. Students from different strata of society and different parts of the world were admitted there. Some of the most prominent students of Dandayuddhapani Pillai were and are Vaijantimala, Manjula, Sri Vidya, Lata, Jayalalitha, Chandrakanta, Raju Sulochana, Shilapati, Yamini K, Geeta, Kausalya, Uma, Vidya, Padmini, Radha, Priyadarshini, Anuradha, Sarojini from Sri Lanka, Jaya Gauri and Gayatri, Suganthi from Malaysia, Rani Williams from Singapore, and Vasant Daniel from Sri Lanka. So, as you see, he was one of the leading masters and gurus of mid-1900. Vaithishwaran Kuil Sethuraman Muthuswamy Pillai was born in 1921 and passed away in 1992. He hailed from a family of musicians, dancers and natuvanars. His grandmother Valambal was a dancer. His mother Sethuramu Ammal, an accomplished musician. After her death, he and his sister were put under the custody of her uncle Natuvanar Vaithishwaran Kuil Meenakshi Sundaram Pillai. So young Muthuswamy became an apprentice at a tender age. He also had brush with several branches of music, and his early grounding in the melodic and rhythmic aspects of music was to stand him in good stead when he choreographed and introduced new items in dance later in his career. Muthuswamy picked up knowledge watching his guardian and other Natuvanars while they taught their pupils and conducted recitals. With banning of dance within temples, Muthuswamy was 15 when he and his sister moved to Chennai with their guardian. When his sister passed away aged 14, he soon branched out on his own, finally deciding to take up dance as a profession. He went to Mayavaram and became the pupil of Kuttumanar Kuil Muthukumar Pillai for the next 5 years, undergoing endless hours of dance and exercise under his guru's watchful eyes. The stress on clarity of line, coupled with lissome grace that was to become his norm, was the consequence of this phase of training. After his marriage to Valambal, he accepted the invitation to teach at Nrityodaya, Chennai. In its performing wing, Natana Kala Seva, he was plunged into a maelstrom of different styles of music and dance, watching and observing masters create and perform. He imbibed the most attractive features of styles other than his own. Soon, Muthuswamy Pillai gained a foothold in films as a dance director. From mid-40s to mid-1960s, he had a fairly successful career in films that brought him prosperity and fame. For nearly 7 to 9 years, Muthuswamy trained sisters Sai and Subbulakshmi in between his film assignments. Vaijantimala, Lalita, Padmini, Ragini, B.S. Saroja, Yogam, Mangalam, Radha, L. Vijayalakshmi, Sai and Subbulakshmi were trained by him for film dances. After the decline of Bharatanatyam in films, performances also were few in 1960s and 70s. Since he was staying in a lodge surrounded by artists, no new students approached him for training. But soon he got a French student, Verushka, and then started a long line of students from France who came to India with the sole purpose of learning from Muthuswamy Pillai. He started creating new adavus and movements day by day, which each pupil until the repertoire had a new flavor hitherto unknown. Most took Indian names like Malavika, Shakuntala, Maitreyi, Alamelu, Padmavati, Kunti, Kalpana, even after they returned to France and opened their own dance schools. Then Pratibha Prahlad and Malvika Surukai learned some items from him. His most famous disciple from France is Dominique Dalrom. He was the first Bharatanatyam guru and first person from Tamil soil to be awarded the Chevalier des Arts Dile letters from France. Molded in tradition, he had a striking modern perspective in Bharatanatyam. Knowing to speak or understand only his mother tongue Tamil, he had nearly all students from France, unsought by disciples of his native land. He was one guru who appealed most to the Western mind. In 1949, when the alien rule was in its dying embers, our country at the threshold of independence, and Bombay, the dynamic center of Indian resurgence, was pulsating with pride everything that was nationalistic, be it social, political, economic or cultural. In such an atmosphere was founded the Sri Rajarajeshwari Bharatanatyam Kalamandir in Bombay by Guru A.T. Govindaraj Pillai, assisted and enthused by his wife Karunambal. He has amassed huge knowledge in Bharatanatyam technique from the vast treasures of his father-in-law Kuppaiah Pillai's erudite scholarship. His legacy is continued by his son Guru Vasanta Kumar. The success of this venture led to the migration of Kuppaiah Pillai and family from Tanjavur to Bombay. Starting with just 4 students, the Kalamandir in course of time grew into a large banyan tree with sons Guru T. K. Mahalingam Pillai and Guru K. Kalyan Sundaram adding their might. The Rajarajeshwari Gurus have an illustrious lineage of ancestors dating back to more than 2 centuries. Venkata Krishna Natuvanar was patronized by Maratha Sarfoji II of Tanjavur. The second generation of Veeraswamy Natuvanar and his sister Chinnappa Ammal were followed by the renowned Panchakeshi Natuvanar, who was the Samasthana Vidwan of Tanjavur and Ramanathapuram courts. He was also honored by the royal houses of Baroda and Mysore. An adept in Abhinaya, he is credited with the compiling of Tamil the Abhinaya Navanitam, a monumental treatise on Abhinaya, a practical guide specially on Hasta Abhinaya. His only son, Kuppaiah Pillai, was the prime architect of Sri Rajarajeshwari Bharatanatyam Kalamandir, regarded today as an institution par excellence for Bharatanatyam. His Kamala Chakram, a lotus wheeled compendium depicting the mantra based complex 108 talas, besides the popular 35 ones, is invaluable to all students of music and dance. Not resting on its oars, the institution has trained current generation of gurus G. Vasantakumar, M. Vishwanathan, K. Hari Krishnan, who have played and already proved their mettle to carry on the parampara. The gurus of Rajarajeshwari have blazed new trails in adapting the training to the needs of changing times, inculcating Gurukula norms in the institutional coaching and giving a new facade to presentational format. The gurus have been adept in adapting polyglot lyrics to Bharatanatyam so as to instill national integration in true sense. The versatility of the gurus shines through the dance dramas, the ballets, the Eka Arya depictions that they have choreographed, in all of which the aesthetic grace of the Tanjavur Bani glows unalloyed. Had it not been for 2 Devadasis who came as dowry when the Tanjavur princess married the royalty of Baroda, Bharatanatyam would not have or never reached north and west and rest of the India a century ago. You are all familiar with this story of Baroda connection with Bharatanatyam. It begins in 1883 when the young and handsome Maharaja of Baroda, Sayajirao Gaikwad III, married the beautiful princess of Tanjavur called Chimnabai. As a part of her dowry, the princess brought a troupe of dancers and musicians to Baroda. In this troupe were 2 dancers. They were Gaura or Gauri Ammal, and whose mother was Kammu Amma, a Tanjore court dancer, and second was Bhanumati, a Devadasi from Kumbakonam. Two Natuvanars, Vadivelu and Sabhapati, father and son, accompanied the dancers. Gaura stayed on, but Bhanumati returned to Kumbakonam, and another dancer, Kantimati, came as her replacement. Gaura was a fine dancer and composer. She came to Baroda when still young and lived in the 3-story mansion with other palace entertainers. Gaura had 3 sons and a daughter. Her sons trained as Natuvanars and eventually accompanied her. She taught Bharatanatyam to her daughter Chandramma, who also later danced in the palace till her marriage. Chandra was educated and could speak 9 languages. One of Gaura's sons, Tulsidas, also learned Bharatanatyam from her. Gaura was a court dancer for 32 years. Kantimati danced for 35 years. Gauramma died in 1940 and Kantimati died in 1953. Chandrama, Gaura's daughter, died in 1983. By then, Bharatanatyam had not only established itself but entrenched itself in all of India. When Baroda became part of India upon independence, the royalty gifted many buildings to be used as various faculties and departments to become India's first university, the Maharaja Sayajirao University, which was initiated in 1949. And MSU, the MS University of Baroda, was the first university to offer dance at the graduate level in 1949. Mohan Kokar was appointed as the first head of the Department of Dance. His team saw the employment of several artists settled in Baroda, such as Kubernath Tanjorkar. He was the son of Devadasi Kantimati, and many visitors came, like E. Krishna Iyer, who also had helped earlier to formulate the whole concept of a College of Indian Music, Dance and Dramatics, along with K.M. Munshi and so many others. The revered Guru Kubernath Tanjorkar, hailing from the family with traditional links with music and dance, contributed greatly to creating a strong base of practical training in the department, along with Srimati Uma Datta of Kalakshetra. The department has been base of Kalakshetra school. Srimati Anjali Meher, that is Hora, one of the early batches of Srimati Rukmini Devi at Kalakshetra, became the head of the dance department after Professor Kokar. She further solidified the Kalakshetra school and its training. Her productions of the dance dramas like Sri Chandramoulishwara Kuruvanji, Natir Puja, Radhanu Shamanu, Buddha Charitra and more, majority of them in Gujarati. She created the Gujarati school of Bharatanatyam. The crowning glory was her writing, setting, music and composing music and choreography of the whole Margam in Gujarati. Baroda not only brought Bharatanatyam to north but has given a solid base for its spread in northern regions. Her students of merit are Menaka Thakkar, Parul Shah, Sandhya Mungar and many more spread over many countries. As Baroda with its connections with Tanjore had come under the sway of Maratha rulers, there developed in Bombay a Marathi school of Bharatanatyam represented by Acharya Parvati Kumar, who tried to use Hindustani music with Bharatanatyam compositions to make the classical dance more accessible to non-Tamilians. He composed Padams in Marathi and his pupils Nana Kasar and Sucheta Chapekar carried on his work. He also set music to Abhinay Darpanam and created its performance as well as some of the shlokas of the Natya Shastra. These are some monumental works of Acharya Parvati Kumarji. In the past 2 centuries, that is 19th and 20th, Mysore has produced many illustrious dance teachers like Murugu Shubbanna, Amritappa, Dasappa, Bangalore Kittappa, Kolar Puttappa, and great dancers like Amritamma, Coimbatore Tai, Nagaratnamma, the incomparable Jati Tayamma, and her disciple Venkata Lakshamma. Alongside the palace dancers existed the temple dancers or Devadasis like Ragamma and Jijamma, a variable galaxy of dancers with high standards of technical excellence and profound scholarship. In the present day, in Karnataka or elsewhere, there are innumerable schools of Bharatanatyam that teach the Pandanallur, the Kalakshetra, the Mysore, the Bollywood styles without controversy or questioning. Guru H.R. Keshava Murthy founded Keshava Nritya Shala in 1949 in Bangalore. He directed more than 30 dance dramas like Shri Krishna Tulabhara, Kaveri Vaibhava, Jatayu Moksha, Mohini Bhasmashura, Parvati Kuravanji, Tirukana Kanasu, to name a few. His son and disciple B.K. Shyama Prakash is the founder director of Sanskriti Bhavan, Keshava College of Music and Dance, affiliated to Bangalore University, and Keshava Sanskriti Sabha. Guru Narmada, born in 1942 and died 2007, trained initially under V.S. Kaushik in the Tanjavur style and then from legendary K.P. Kittappa Pillai for 18 years. Narmada started her dance school Shakuntala Nrutyalaya, named after mother, in 1978 in Bengaluru, in inspiring her students to be creative using a particular ardavu without sacrificing classicism was a notable factor in her teaching. She has trained some of the finest Bharatanatyam dancers such as Lakshmi Gopalaswamy, Manju Bhargavi, Satyanarayana Raju, Nirupama Rajendra, Malati Iyengar, P. Praveen Kumar, and Anuradha Vikrant. Leela Ramanathan, born 1927 and who died just recently, 2015, founded Meenakshi Sundaram Center for Performing Arts in Bengaluru in 1972. She was a prolific writer and researcher in classical Indian dance form with over 800 articles to her credit. Lalita Srinivasan, initially a student of Guru Keshava Murthy, later specialized in Abhinay under Dr. K. Venkata Lakshamma. She has also learned the Maguru style under Jijamma, thus a blend of several teacher styles. She heads the Nupura School of Bharatanatyam in Bengaluru, founded in 1978. She has to her credit numerous dance ballets like Chitrangada, Shri Krishna Parijat, Latyotsava, Prema Bhakti Mukti, Kaushika Sukritam, Govadara Malli, Deva Kanika, Anveshna, and Nisha Vibhrama. And it is specially lauded for her innovative works like Angabhava, Kava, Nritya, Sulalita Nritya, which is a revival of a 16th century dance form, the Suladi, and Nisha Vibhrama. Ramagopal was the first shining star of Bharatanatyam who changed his costumes and helped many learn the style. He is hailed as the Nijinsky of India, was born and raised in Bengaluru, where a strong Mysore school of Bharatanatyam existed. Ram Gopal, however, learned from Guru Muthukumaran Pillai of Kuttumanar Koil and as well as from Guru Meenakshi Sundaram Pillai. Ram Gopal's status body and regal persona made his dance spectacular and won Bharatanatyam a wide appeal not only in India but internationally. What his contemporary Uday Shankar did for contemporary dance, Ram Gopal achieved for the classical style. He partnered several dancers and in the process gave their careers a boost. Chief among his partners were Tara Chaudhary, Mrinalini Sarabhai, Lilavati Heggar, Kumudini Lakhya. Ram Gopal's dancing career was just decades long, but his reputation far outlasted his active innings. T. Bala Saraswati, born in 1918 and passed away in 1984, is celebrated for helping continue the pristine art of Devadasis. She hailed from the Devanasi community herself. More than her technique, it was her abhinay that was celebrated. The quality of the music that she used for dance was exceptional. This was not surprising because she was the granddaughter of the legendary Veena player Thanammal. Bala Saraswati's whole family was accomplished in music and dance. Under her demanding guru, N. Kandappan, who represented the best of the Tanjavur quartet, she flowed into a great dancer. His early death left her without a perfectionist taskmaster, but by then the West had discovered her and soon she was lauded at home too. Till her death, Bala remained an important link to the Devadasi tradition. While several learned from her, it was her daughter Lakshmi Naik who continued her legacy. Now Aniruddha Naik, the son of Lakshmi, is carrying on the family legacy. Rukmini Devi Arundel was born into a family of scholars and educationists who was exposed to the best of the East and the West. She learned ballet from Cleo Nordi, a soloist from Russian ballerina Anna Pavlov's group. When confronted with the question why she did not learn her own Indian classical dances, she changed the course. She came under the tutelage of Mylapore Gauriamma. When she set up Kalakshetra, she engaged Guru Muthukumaran Pillai as a teacher, and after he left, Guru Meenakshi Sundaram Pillai. Rukmini Devi represented a class and a caste, Brahmin, which had shunned the arts, especially dance, considering it polluted by the Devadasis. When she first took to Bharatanatyam, she became a pariah among the Brahmins, but later the Brahmins extolled her rebellion as a watershed event and hailed her as the savior of moribund form. Her dancing career was not long because she set up Kalakshetra and was busy running it, but her school helped promote Bharatanatyam by training many dancers and initiating dance dramas. With her death in 1984, until now, the institution has lost the guiding spirit, but it still functions in the same spirit of Rukmini Devi and with the same vigor. Mrinalini Sarabhai was born in 1919 and learned Bharatanatyam from Guru Muthukumaran Pillai and later from Meenakshi Sundaram Pillai. She learned Kathakali too from Chatuni Panikar. She partnered the famous Ram Gopal and danced into limelight. She came from a family of freedom fighters, an educationist and married nuclear scientist Vikram Sarabhai in Ahmedabad. She started a dance academy called Darpana. It was at that time the only outpost for classical dance. I do not know if Bharatanatyam was lucky or if Gujarat was lucky, but at that point in 1949, 50 and 51, Darpana was started in Ahmedabad and MS University started its department of dance, first department of dance in the whole of India. Mrinalini also undertook creative and innovative works in Bharatanatyam. She remains a significant link with the past. Her talented daughter Malika is also a dancer and so is Revanta, her son. They are all in the field of dance, in the creative dance, and preserving and furthering the traditions of Bharatanatyam. Who has not heard name of Kalanidhi Narayan in Bharatanatyam? She was among the first Brahmin girls to take to Bharatanatyam in the footsteps of Rukmani Devi Arundel. Guru Kannappa Mudaliar, brother-in-law of Ellappa Pillai of Kanchipuram, trained her. She learned Abhinaya from the Devadasi of the Mylapore temple, Gauriammal, and later from Chinnaya Naidu. Renowned for his Abhinaya skills and also was associated with Bala Saraswati. Kalanidhi was a rising star but stopped dancing after the death of her husband, as was customary in the Brahmin families. She returned to stage after a hiatus of 30 years in 1973 and has since been trained many students in Abhinaya. Vani Ganapati, Janak Henry, Malvika Surukai, Priyadarshini Govind, Braga Brussels, and you name it, and they are all trained by her. M.K. Sarojamma was born in 1931 and was adopted by Guru Muthukumaran Pillai, and he showered with all his blessings and art. Belonging neither to the Devdasi community nor to the Brahmin caste, this Mudaliar talent was spotted by Ram Gopal and attained early fame as baby Saroja. She also acted in mythological Tamil films, hailed as the critic by and delight by E. Krishna Iyer and Professor Sambamurthy. She was one of the top 5 dancers in 1940s and through 60s of India. Saroja married renowned dance scholar and historian Professor Mohan Khokar. She remained an active performer and taught items to dancers like Indrani Rahman, Yamini Krishnamurti and Kiran Sehgal. Saroja's principal disciple Vidya continued her work, who lives in Paris. Shanti, Sylvie, Vani, Ambika, Jyoti, these are all French, show the stamp of her grooming. M.K. Saroja remains the sole representative of her guru style today. And then Kamala Lakshman. She was born in 1935, won popular appeal through cinema. Taught initially in the Guru Muthukumaran Pillai Parampara, she was later influenced by Vazur Ramayya Pillai. Her titillating numbers like the snake dance won her mass appeal, and she remained an important dancer in the 1960s. She married well-known cartoonist R.K. Lakshman but separated from him after a few years, remarried and moved to USA. She played a key role in packaging Bharatanatyam for the common man through her dances for the silver screen. Many continue to be besotted by her screen image, such as her elfin charm. Unfortunately, she had no students of merit.